Hey, stressed out moms. Are you here because you're wondering, why am I always feeling so stressed out and exhausted, like every single day? Well, this video is for you because I'm going to answer this question in today's video. I'm Simona Graham, founder of Simone Graham Consulting, and I help stressed out moms go from exhausted to thriving again. And I'm going to answer this very important question today. And if you find this video helpful, please share it with anyone that you think would be benefiting from this video. So let's dive right in and figure out the answer to this question. Why am I feeling so exhausted and stressed all the time? So I'm going to minimize my screen here, my picture, and we're going to dive right into the information. And so stress and exhaustion are so common in today's world that almost everyone is experiencing some form of stress and exhaustion because it's such a fast-paced lifestyle. And especially for moms, it's so super common. But it's actually not normal to be stressed and exhausted all the time when you're a mom or when you're getting older. And the good news is there is a lot you can do to reduce your stress and boost your natural energy. What contributes to feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and exhausted? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is the constant demands on moms. Taking care of the kids, getting them ready for school, taking them to school, packing lunches, making sure they have dinner, giving them their baths, and reading their bedtime story. All of those things every single day really add up. And of course, going to work. Most of moms nowadays work part-time or full-time. Then running errands, going grocery shopping, other household chores, on and on and on. You have so many responsibilities on your plate every single day. And we actually have more demands on us than we have time, energy, or resources for. So that's why we feel quite squeezed every day. And compared to prior generations, we have much less family support, but we are actually trying to do more than other generations before. We often feel disconnected and alone with our struggles. I certainly know that I felt alone when I was raising my twins, and I was a stay-at-home mom at a time. And we experience a lot of pressure from society and from within ourselves to be the perfect mom who is meeting everyone else's needs. We often neglect or forget to meet our own needs. Does it sound familiar to you? Yes. Okay, then we can relate to each other. And all of this adds up to lack of downtime, lack of adequate sleep, not enough rest, a poor diet, no exercise, and limited time to spend with friends, and so forth. And we also exposed to environmental stressors, toxins, and digital overload from all of our digital devices and all of our social media. And on top of that, we have light pollution, which actually just means we have not enough natural sunlight and too much artificial light in our lives most of the time. So all of these things contribute to a lot of stress, physical stress, emotional stress, and just feeling really overwhelmed. If any of these things apply to you, welcome to the club. That's most moms today. And how does our body respond to stress? So there's a stress response, a physiological response that happens on our body, and it's there to meet a demand or a challenge that requires extra energy. This can be positive, like meeting someone for a date for the first time or going on vacation, or it can be negative, a test that you have to do, or having so many things to do at work that you don't know where to start. And our body produces hormones that divert energy away from the day-to-day maintenance and puts it all towards handling this demand. So that's a really good thing for our body to be able to do. We're able to meet these demands as they come up. And this helps us survive, especially helped us survive as a species just a few thousand years ago when we had to act very quickly to either run away from predators or fight them. And and be able to survive and thrive as a species. But during this fight or flight response, our body changes. There's different things that happen during this response. Our heart beats faster, our blood pressure rises. When we're breathing, it becomes faster and deeper, and our blood sugar goes up, and our hormones of cortisol and adrenaline also increase. That's what our body produces. And the interesting thing is that is a temporary thing for our body. We're not designed to stay in this mode. We're actually supposed to return to a release and relax mode, where we get to rest and recover so we can be prepared for the next challenge. This also supports digestion and immune function. So we're supposed to have this balance in our body. And a lot of the times in today's world, and especially when you're a busy mom, we have so many demands all day long that we trigger this fight or flight response many times, from morning till night. Sometimes we don't even have a break in between. So when we spend too much time in this fight or flight mode over many weeks or months or even years, this will lead to chronic stress. And this is exactly what I experienced when I was raising my twins. Non-stop stress. And this will trigger a hormonal imbalance in the body that can have very debilitating symptoms, sometimes mild, but over time, the symptoms will get worse. And some typical symptoms are problems with falling and staying asleep, trouble with concentration or memory, being very irritable, sad, feeling anxious, like wired, especially in the evening. Some people feel really wired after feeling exhausted all day. And also this persistent physical and emotional exhaustion every single day is a very big signal that you have chronic stress. There's also cravings for sugar, for carbohydrate-rich foods, for salty foods that are very typical. Also, a dependence on caffeine is very common. Like, we have to have the caffeine, like 2 or 3 cups of coffee or the energy drink just to keep going. And then digestive problems are major issues for lots of people. I certainly had my share of those. Bloating and constipation, diarrhea, all of those things. And then weight gain too is a big signal that something is not quite right in your body. If you're gaining weight suddenly that you didn't gain before. And then headaches. Lots of people have headaches or skin conditions like acne. And also when you're getting sick a lot more often with colds and viruses, that's a signal that your immune system is not as strong as it used to be, and it could be related to hormonal imbalance. So let's go to the next slide. Sorry, that's the other way. So what is the answer to overcoming chronic stress and exhaustion? How can you feel more relaxed and energized? That is the really big question, right? Because you want to feel more energized. And the simple answer is that we absolutely have to spend more time in rest and repair mode. And we also have to reduce physical, emotional, and mental stress that we're experiencing. And we have to limit certain stressors in our lives to reduce the overall stress that we're experiencing. The really good news is that making time for self-care and making it a priority can make a huge difference for you. First of all, you want to make time for 8 hours of sleep every single night. It will really change things around for you if you can sleep 8 hours every night. And I know sometimes this doesn't come easy, because if you already have a lot of stress, sometimes sleep can be the hardest thing to get, but it is the most important thing for recovering from this hormonal imbalance. And taking some time for yourself every single day is also really critical. You want to include a daily walk outside in the sun, ideally. And also you want to eat some foods that are nourishing and energizing your body. So, and avoiding other foods that are not doing that is also very important. And on top of that, we want to learn some specific stress management techniques that can really help you release some of that stress that you've accumulated and manage the stress that is coming your way every single day. And last but not least, we want to set limits on the boundaries with yourself and with others so you can focus on self-care and take some more time for yourself. And if this all feels very overwhelming and like, wow, how can I do this as a stressed mom? I don't even know where to start, and I have all these things going on. This is easier said than done. If you're feeling this way, then I'm totally with you. It was not an easy journey for me, and I wish I would have had someone to guide me step by step to go through this journey from exhausted to energized again, because it feels amazing when you're finally there. And so I have made it my mission to create this program to help moms go from exhausted to thriving. It's a step-by-step program over 6 weeks that will give you all the tools, all the information you need to recover, to heal, specific techniques and strategies, and the support that you need along the way. So I hope that you will take the chance to set up a call with me and make it your priority to take care of yourself. So I've posted a link to my website, and you can book a free consultation with me so we can find out if you would be a good fit for my program. Thank you. Take care.